Welcome to Brading Haven Yacht Club on this fine September morning, where we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of the club. Time and tide waits for no man, and the club has seen many changes over those 40 years. Here we are in our present comfortable surroundings, but what was it really like 40 years ago? The person to tell us is our Honorary Admiral, Peter Smith. How and when did it all begin, Peter?
In 1949, there were two gentlemen living in Bembridge, Captain R. Cawes, Royal Indian Navy retired, and Paul Lingeman. Captain Cawes was from a very old sea-view family, and his ancestors were smugglers. Paul Lingeman had recently retired from Rangoon, where he was a member of the Royal Rangoon Yacht Club. Bob Cawes had served during the Second World War with the Royal Indian Navy. These two decided to form a second yacht club in Bembridge. They called a meeting on board Vanessa houseboat that Paul Lingeman owned and lived in with his new wife and two daughters, Pauline and Janet. About 30 Bembridge and St Helens residents were at the meeting and expressed a great deal of interest. When the meeting was over, we were all asked to go away and come back in a month's time with names of village people who were interested in forming a yacht club for businessmen and artisans. At the next meeting, the original members had names of about 300 villagers. We all thought this was a good start. Bob Cawes, Paul Lingeman, Colonel Britton, Michael Coombs, and I were asked to give some thought to a site for premises. At that time, the old Cowes chain-link ferry was for sale, and we discussed whether it would be feasible to tow it round and put it ashore on the Embankment Road. This was fortunately rejected. Then Michael's father, Hubert, informed us that the paint shed at Ranelagh Boat Yard at Wootton was going up for sale by auction, and Hubert was asked to go along and bid for us. Unfortunately, another member of our small community was there, and unknown to Hubert, bid against him. However, we eventually purchased it for a sum of £300. This was the time of the beaching cutbacks on the railways. St Helens and Bembridge stations were being closed and lines being taken up. Consequently, we went into negotiation with the British Rail to see if we could rent the present site. There was a railway line with buffers which finished where the boatman's hut is now. British Rail were most helpful during negotiations, and we started renting the land in 1950. This included the mooring area of 70 moorings with 20 free ones. We eventually purchased the land, including the car park. At this time, soon after the war, there was very strict building regulation. Only £100 could be spent on non-essential building. Fortunately, one of the interested St Helens was the director of C.F. Wight, the builders. He offered to put the foundations down for the floor and build a small dwarf wall and erect the hut on it, all for the £100. The original hut was erected in the spring of 1950, and the starting box, which is still at the rear of the rescue boat store, was built as a donation by Ernest Wade. The original flagstaff, which was on the front lawn, was given by my father, W.T. Smith. The official opening was on 4th of June 1950, when the late Lady Preston, the wife of our first Commodore, hoisted the Club Bhyc for the first time. The name Brading Haven was taken from the name of the old harbour when the water went right to the Brading village before the Embankment Road was built. Club Bhyc was designed by Jerry Robert, the Isle of Wight press reporter, and drawn by Tom Smitch, the county press cartoonist. The bishop's mitre was chosen as depicting the fact that Bishop Wilfrid sailed from Chichester in 600 AD and landed at Brading to convert the island people to Christianity. The inaugural meeting was held in the hut in Latimer Road, which since burnt down. Colonel Britton was in the chair, and there were more than 250 people attending. The video we have is the remains of film taken by Mr. Stanton.
This building was one or two of the slipways. Michael Coombs and Bobby Gellers working hard.
Who's the painter? Do you
This
recognise
Robinson is the painter from Shanklin. That's Daphne Harrison. She's now Daphne Long. Michael and Bob.
her? Still on the same slipway?
Yes, yes. You can see the remains of the old slipway in the background. It's the Colonel, very busy.
He's laying some turf there, is he? Or
Yes, this is right in front of the club, because that's the gangway.
the seaward side, yes. Was there turf originally at the front of the club?
No, it was all sort of wasteland. We got most of the turf from the car park area. It was better grass. It's been really removed from one place to another on the club premises.
Yes.
This is myself putting the starting post on the end of the bow of the old goshawk.
Oh, really? That's the old goshawk?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've still got the figurehead over the little snug in the club, if you've noticed it.
Oh, yes.
This is Michael's father, Hubert Coombs. You can still see the remains of this boat down in the mud.
Off the club premises?
Sid Preston and Hubert Coombs starting to build the slipway, the eastern slipway.
Oh, yes. Looks like a precise measuring job there, doesn't it?
These trees we actually went and sawed down.
Did you? Goodness. Never-ending talent in Brading Haven.
So Jack Cooper, he did a lot of starting for years. Well, he did most of the starting for years.
Yeah.
He's just measuring up. And Bobby.
That looks like the car park.
Yes, well that is. That's where they got most of the turf from. It's rather amusing because Colonel would pay for a gardener at home. He'd bring all his own gardener's tools. And he'd come work at the club for hours on end. See, there's the loos before they were before the extension.
And that gentleman in the hat is...
That's Mr. Robinson again.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the early scows, one that Alan Coombs built. And I think it's Daphne's and Daphne Harrison and Liz Harrison and Daphne Long shared it. Number 11, that's right. Quite a good breeze today. There's the old mill in the background, which was pulled down to build Michael John's place.
How long ago was that pulled down?
I suppose it was about 55. We did wonder whether it would make a clubhouse, but the ceilings were all the wrong height. I mean, almost pulling it down to get the ceilings the right height. Would have made it lovely, sort of permanent building, all lovely stone. But at that time we could only spend £100.
Yes, that's right, with the building regulations after the war, wasn't it?
This is Michael's mother, and Michael himself and Audrey.
And Audrey.
That's Pauline Lingerman, this is Lingerman's eldest daughter. Plenty of helpers.
Looks as if he's gone in the water there with his suit on.
Well, he was one of the sailing people, so he'd be wet through in any case.
Bit different from our wetsuits and things that we wear today.
Seems to me we generally sailed at low water instead of high water. This is one of the first havens, haven number 1.
Oh, that was good to get that on film.
Calling Dan Cooper with the red trousers.
That man again with his dumper.
I think the red scow is Hubert Coombs. There, that's the slipway which we had blown up.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bobby Calls and Mrs. Stanton's Bob. Good one, Bobby. I found it. Note the lack of boats in the harbour. This is before any of the fishing boats. Chasing the chart now. Vancouver. Jeff making a tummy as a cushion.
Jeff Wade.
Yep. The little motorboat in the background was Mr. Lewis's. He was the sanitary inspector
Oh.
in Scotland. This is Scotland. In Home.
Is he a club member today,
Yes.
this young boy?
No, his father was the chemist in Shanklin. Thatcher, yeah. This is the first birthday party. So it must be 1951. Get that girl's name. That's Mr. Cooper. And see in the background the old railway slipway.
Who's the gentleman in the middle there?
That's Alfred Goodman, that's Alan's father. That's the birthday cake, that's mission Chubb, isn't it?
Lovely.
Carving it. Goshawk in the background. One Hayden in the background. Spithead Hotel. That's Audrey. And the clothes. Cooper. Scrubben needed Taylor and Mrs. Taylor, who helped us such a lot with me. He was the director of Wade's Builders and Cooper. Nothing to do with Mr. Cooper.
Different family.
Chubb, Hazel,
All enjoying that cake, aren't they?
Chef Wade. This must have been one of the dances that we had. Kept calling them up in the foreground. Jerry Roberts, the right at the back. He was the kind of best supporter. This Lieutenant's president.
I've seen quite a few people there.
There were no restrictions in the number. We had a dance once, and there were 300 came. And that was in a smaller compound.
We're restricted to 150 now, aren't we?
Lady Preston, yeah. Alan Coombs and his wife. Toasty, now 91, 92 or something.
Oh, that's really good. I heard a lot about that.
Paul and his wife. This is the blowing up of the old British rail slipway. We used to bring the boats over and land at the end of the slipway and bring the trucks off full of coal. And that was the first way the island was supplied with coal. This is combined operations arranged by Lieutenant Colonel, the officer in charge. Dirt in the waters around Isles because of the damage that it might have done to the glass of the tub.
Yes, I see.
Operation as a practice for them.
A bit like a training exercise. They were glad of the experience and we were glad of their expertise.
Yeah. So fun. Pull them ashore. Frogmen, yes, call these. I don't know what they call them nowadays.
Deep sea divers, I think. Frogmen, yeah, a much nicer word.
Jack Grimwade, our first boatman.
That's a funny grey dinghy, was it theirs? Or?
Yes, it was belonged to the Navy, yeah.
This must be making good after the slipway was blown up.
Yes. All the cement was all mixed by hand, built the slipways. Jack Grimwade, our first boatman on the right.
With the waistcoat on?
No, yes, with the waistcoat on, yes. John Lee, foreground with the sailing cap on. the old starting box in the background.
Yeah. That looks as though it's probably the apron, is it, that they're building there? Looks a bit like it.
This is children's Christmas party. Margaret Selby's son.
It's not possible you'd recognise anyone who's now a member, like young Bernard or someone like that.
No, I don't think Bernard has joined now. You mean Carter or...
Yes, Bernard Carter. Is his father?
I'm a bit nervous. Because you frightened children. Yes, we're going. Come on, Bullen State.
Oh, was it? How nice it is.
Still playing bridge.
Yes, indeed.
On the deck, Bembridge and myself. Ray Poor on the right.
Ray Poor.
Blue sky, that could be the Summerson's boat. Can't see remember. That was Mr. Stanton's motorboat. Margaret Selby, she was at the 40th anniversary. Definitely. So,
Haven't changed a bit.
the Mrs. Brickle, sorry.
Oh, I met Dory Brickle.
Jill.
Your Jill? Really?
Eileen Samuelson. One of the young Samuelsons. Now this is Zara. That was, the Marines came over once again and helped build the western slipway. They went out into the channel and grabbed all this shingle up and put it on the deck and then grabbed it off and put it in our slipway. Built the slipway.
And who did this? That was like an army unit?
Yes, it's Marines again. Some slipway.
It looks like a landing craft.
Yes, it was. That's what it had as well. Now this is the erection of the sail store, the boat store. Bob Humphrey's men were kind enough to take it down from Sandown and load it on a low loader, and then they came and built it for us. They built the inside first and then put the padding on after.
That's the grey boat shed that as it
Yes,
is
the
now.
big boat shed.
Thank you, Peter. That was smashing.
It is now 9:30 on the morning of the 15th of September, and there is a brisk easterly blowing down the harbour. Frantic preparations are being made for one of the highlights of the day. Sails are being trimmed, flags are hoisted, and final touches are being made to fancy dress costumes. Max Aitken, the Bembridge lifeboat, is safely moored in front of the club, and the Honorary Admiral and past Commodores with their ladies are being piped aboard in order to view the sail past by club members. All aboard, then let the sail past commence. So we say farewell to Brading Haven Yacht Club on this their special day, with the sun rising on the next 40 years.